Hey, what's up, guys? This is Edo Speaks back again with another video. So I want to talk about the recent interview that Kamaru Usman had on Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Cherne. And overall, it was a good interview. A lot of information was gotten from that interview, and also we did get a follow up on the thoughts on Kamaru Usman when he had went up against Jorge Masvidal and him knocking him out in the fight to retain his title, and seeing what's next for him as terms of who he might fight next as a next challenger to defend his championship title against. Overall, it was a good interview, but what I wanted to get in with this video is, I think personally, Conor McGregor overall was mentioned by Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless and Cherne, more or less Skip Bayless is a casual, not even a casual, more of a ignorant MMA fan at this point. The only person he knows personally is Conor McGregor. He always invokes his name whenever a MMA topic is discussed, because he brings ratings when he's mentioned, so he's pretty much a casual. But overall, I wasn't surprised at that. He invoked Conor McGregor's name and say, is it a possible chance that he might fight Conor McGregor as a title contender for the belt? And Kamaru Usman straight up, well, he didn't straight up say it, but he kind of alluded to it, that Conor McGregor is scared to fight Kamaru Usman for the title at 170 pounds for the welterweight title. And I kind of don't agree with him. I kind of agree with him. I kind of agree with him as regards to that. I do think Conor McGregor is scared to fight Kamaru Usman. He do see the talent, the power, the wrestling that Kamaru Usman possesses. Is just overall a terrible matchup for Conor McGregor to face Kamaru Usman in that welterweight championship fight. And also, Kamaru Usman has said that multiple times he's offered Conor McGregor the chance at the title, and there's been a radio silent from Conor McGregor and his team as in terms of taking the fight. And it's also been a funny gag reel of Conor McGregor saying that Kamaru Usman has copied or bite off his style, and they showed video clips of Kamaru Usman funny, mockingly saying the things that Conor McGregor said in past personal press conferences. And I think it was just hilarious how he was just mimicking him and saying all the things that he was saying. People were saying he was a fanboy, or he's trying to copy Conor McGregor. I just think he's trying to bait Conor McGregor into a title fight, which I personally don't have a problem with, but still, I thought it was funny overall. But to get to the facts of the matter, yes, I do think Conor McGregor is scared to fight Kamaru Usman. I think he knows that it's a bad matchup for him. Conor McGregor may have the striking over Kamaru Usman, but overall else, when it comes to wrestling, grappling, just straight cardio, Kamaru Usman has it all, and he would finish Conor McGregor, not beat him, finish him. And it would not be a good look for Conor McGregor. I know Conor McGregor is in a rematch with Dustin Poirier 3 for the trilogy fight. I'm not sure what he's going to do after that, if he wins or lose. I personally think he's going to lose that fight, because I just don't think he's been active enough or look like he's evolved in skill level in terms of taking the next step to becoming a champion. I just don't see it from him. I think Poirier is just taking that fight because he knows that's just the money fight to take, regardless if he goes for it. He always feel like he would go for the title later, but just to beat Conor McGregor's ass and get money, like a boatload of money while doing it, that's sometimes that might be better than the title. He always go fight for the title later. But in terms of that, Conor McGregor, if he were to beat Poirier, who knows, he might try to go for the 155 title, or he might go for the 170 title. But if he goes to the 170 title, there's going to be a gang of killers in that division that's ready to try to go at the belt for him as well. So I don't personally think that he deserves a title shot at 170. But if Kamaru Usman wants that fight and wants to beat Conor McGregor's ass just to show a point that he's really better than Conor McGregor, I don't blame him in doing so. And specifically, a fight like that, with those two guys selling the fight, it's going to sell a boatload of money, do good in the box office, and etc. But in terms of that, I don't think he deserves a title fight. I would think he would need 1 or 2 fights at 170 to show me that he deserves a title shot for the welterweight title. But again, it's not about who deserves no more in the UFC. It's about what makes the most money, which is unfortunate, but that's the business that the UFC is in right now. So again, I think Conor McGregor is scared to fight Kamaru Usman. He's been radio silent in terms of responding to Kamaru Usman. I think he's not trying to get into a back and forth with Kamaru Usman because he knows that if he does, the fans are gonna instigate him trying to get into a fight with him, and he just sees the terrible matchup with going up against Kamaru Usman. And I don't see Conor McGregor as that big of a threat that he was 4 or 5 years ago when he was at the peak of his prime and was winning fight and beating people. But again, I might be wrong, but I'm not. I don't think so. Conor McGregor's going to have to show me that he's a changed fighter, that he's better than he was. I think after simultaneously winning those 2 belts, I think he peaked right there. He started losing majority of his fights afterwards, and now he just don't look the same. He looks a lot slower. He looks sluggish. He doesn't have that pop in his step. He's not fast as elusive as he was at 145. It looks like he's just getting heavier. He's taking on a more boxing stance in his fights, and that's just not how he was. That's not what made him who he was, and I just don't see him getting better at this point. I know he's getting older, and usually fighters, as they get older, it's to break down, slow down. But again, when you're a high-level fighter like Conor McGregor, and you're in the name, the media, everybody wants to see you fight. They all respect high-level fighting. They don't care about none of that. So as regards to that, I don't see Conor McGregor beating Poirier in a trilogy. And if they were to fight at 170, him and Kamaru Usman, I would see Kamaru Usman destroying Conor McGregor with ease. I just don't see him. Conor McGregor's too small. He's not strong enough to take down or knock out Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman will walk him down and just eat his punches and then destroy him. That's what I think. So that's why I say that he's scared of Kamaru Usman and did not want to face him. But again, those are my thoughts and opinions on the matter. Let me know yours down in the comment section down below. This is Ito Speaks out.